Hi, book lover. Welcome to your library, our library. It's all about fun in the reading culture. We are seats accredited and corporate certified. My name is MD Njiru, the artist. So today's video is all about public speaking. There is a meme I came across early this year. I've been wanting to do a video about it, but it escapes my mind. But today, I've finally decided to to do a video about public speaking based on this particular meme. This meme triggered the video. The meme was like this. This how the meme went. One day, my handsome husband will be giving a speech, and finally say, "I want to thank my beautiful, amazing wife." Then I'll stand up, greet everyone with that smile on my face, and sit. There was also a counter meme to that whereby one day my beautiful wife will be giving a speech and finally say, "I want to thank my husband." Then I will stand and greet everyone and wave to them and sit. Something of that sort. So it's about public speaking. Yeah. The key thing that I took from there is giving a speech. Be it the husband giving the speech, be it the wife giving a speech. Yeah. So I tried to visualize this thing and I was like, yeah, you know, when your special person is there giving a speech, you don't want to clinch because you're like, well, yeah, watachoma. Yeah, they're not good in public speaking, you know? Or maybe after they give their speech, umeitwa afu like you want to kuongea tu kidogo but yeah you're tense like hey utachoma. So uh, I will do a short presentation and I will show you how to get or where to get books on public speaking from PDF. But before that, let me take you down memory lane. So the first speech I remember giving, yeah, the first speech that I remember giving, it was in my first teaching job. This first teaching job was, yeah, it had so many blessings in it. When I first got this job, okay, before I got this teaching job, I applied a job with another friend of mine. Yeah, Peter, shout out kwenye huko. We had gone to apply to a certain school na tukapata hiyo job. Then we were told because it was over the holiday tuition. We were we were the interview was basically we were supposed to teach. Yeah, I remember I was given a book, a business book. I was supposed to teach business. So a topic of my choice. So I think they were considerate. So a topic of my choice alafu twende tufunze. So when I went into this class, I freezed. Yeah, ilikuwa imejaa watu hivi. Alafu siwezi kumbuka ilikuwa holiday gani but hiyo holiday nakumbuka hiyo class nilienda ilikuwa ya form 4s. I don't remember how exactly class form 4s na form 3s walikuwa wamecombiniwa. Sijui ilikuwa division ama nini juu ilikuwa holiday tuition. So that was the interview. Alafu the teacher alikuwa pale nyuma sasa anaangalia venye nafunza. So that was the interview. That was the way to get the job. So sikupatanga hiyo job. Yeah. I think it was all about the presentation and all that. Then I finally got my first teaching job. Yeah, and I think this time the universe conspired, yeah, for me to have a soft landing. It was a school that was starting, and I remember I was among the first teachers. In fact, I was the first teacher to teach in that school. So what happened? Kwa kuja one student, you know, na because akienda nyumbani asiseme hafunzwi, I went to teach. yani kuinteract tu na yeye, kumkeep busy, kwa kuja second student, a third student. So I remember one day when I was standing in class, and all of a sudden it dawned to me like I was in front of 40 students. I was about to get test, then I remembered like, sini kitu nimekuwa nikifanya, like I went over it gradually. Yeah, sikuenda tu once pa, no, I went over it gradually. But when it came to end of term, so kulikuwa na mkutano, so I was used to speaking to the students and all that, so nilikuwa nimegain your confidence. But sasa during end of term, I was to give a speech. Now I was not used to the idea of sasa, now the students are there and the teachers, sasa this dynamic of the teachers, yeah, my colleagues, I was like, okay, they might judge me, those inner that inner voice, and the inner critic, huyu inner critic eh, ame shut down dreams mingi za watu. You want to do something but your inner critic. So other teachers, they gave long speeches mrefu mrefu, and I was like, sasa mimi nitapeana speech aje? So I remember going there in front of it was just the teachers and the students. I remember going there and na speech yangu. Yeah, it was a short speech. I remember nikisema, I just have 3 words for you. Keep on keeping on. Then I wanted the speech kue. There's a certain speech by Winston Churchill, inasemekana it was the shortest speech, something of that sort. It was the shortest speech, something of that sort. Sikumbukangi the exact words, but sijui alisemanga, sijui it's possible or something, and everybody cheered. So that's what I had in mind. I was like, I wanted this speech itokee powerful. So nikaenda pale nikasema, I just have 3 words for you. Keep on keeping on. Then everybody clapped. I think they clapped because of the warmth. Not, sometimes we judge ourselves so much, like, yeah, watasikiza kenye nasema, Sometimes even people don't care about kenye unasema. It's venye unaisema, So they clapped, the students clapped, the teachers clapped, and nikakaa chini. I started now self-reflecting. I was like, I said 3 words. I have just 3 words. Sasa nikaanza count. Keep on keeping on. Those are 4 words. Sasa nikaanza kujiita kama mkutano. So I'm sure maybe nobody else cared about the speech to count the words. Sasa mimi nasema keep on keeping on. These are 4 words. Then something else told me, in fact, they're not even 4 words. They're not even 3. They're 2 words because it's keep and on. Yeah, those are the words you ni keep on keeping on. Anyway, that was my first speech, and I'm grateful for that teaching job. It prepared me for great things ahead. Later on, I found myself having a job that I had to go to do marketing presentations. Yeah, I was fortunate to do some marketing even in some national schools, So by this time when I was going to do presentations in these national schools, yeah, I was doing the presentations to the teachers, and the confidence had grown, Yeah, I won't say it was easy, but those years of trying and keeping on, yeah, they gave me a solid foundation. The second time nili encounter a crowd sasa, a big crowd, it was in KCC. So I had gone through this program. Yeah, it was a program by Generation Kenya. So I'd gone there for a training on financial sales, and we had completed the program. It was just an amazing place. Yeah. So shout out to anybody who is watching this and is an alumni of Generation Kenya. Yeah. So we were during the graduation, we were to perform to dignitaries, international dignitaries. We were the president was to come. I was fortunate. I was lucky. Yeah, I was selected to come up with a, should I call it a freestyle, a song. So my freestyle, my part, we were to blend the freestyle with a traditional song. So that was the concept. You do a freestyle, you know. Then the after the freestyle, the traditional song continues. Then another person comes does a freestyle. The traditional song continues. So it was a blend of freestyle and and traditional song. So it was such a huge concept. So the freestyle was all about, sasa, like, lazima to hype your institution, your generation Kenya and all that. So this was at a time when it was in the first, was it the first term? Yeah, it was in the first term of President Uhuru Kenyatta nini term in office. So this was during that time when if you performed for the president and you did something remarkable, you know, ungeitwa ungeitwa state house and all that. So my mind was like, lazima niende state house, lazima, like, I need to impress the president. So for like 3 weeks, nakumkanga tu when I came up with the mistari and all that, I used to perform in my head. I was like, nitasema hivi, I must wow the president, lazima niite tu niende nimperformie. I had seen other people wakiita, so I was like, okay, it's something doable. So venye masiku ilikaribia, tukaenda KCC. Then there was a team from the presidential, I can't remember the name, but kuna hii team ilikuja. Kuna team inakujanga before watu waperformie president, unaangalia what will you perform, wanawambia change hapa, fanya hivi, yeah, change hapa, hii usiseme, hii ufanye hivi, yeah. So I don't know how prepared I was for this scenario, because sijui ilikuwa kimungumungu ama niaje. My freestyle, I had written it in two versions. There was the English version, but the English version, you kind of feel like, yeah, it's too corporate, it's too executive, it's not eye-catchy, nobody ataikumbuka. Then there was a version ilikuwa nimeifanya na, yeah, sheng hivi, lugha ya mtaa, yani like ilikuwa feel like sasa hii ndio ita capture the attention of the audience and the president. So when the presidential team walikuja tukiperform, walitupata tu. So mimi ndio nilikuwa the wa kufungua, nikachapa hiyo sheng version, ukasema no 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 no, can you change it? Good thing nilikuwa na the English version, nikachapa the English version, ukasema yeah, that's what you will perform, that's what you will perform. Nikasema nyinyi hamnijui. Kesho mimi nikienda stage sasa, hakutakuwa na mtu wa kuniambia what to do. Sintachapa ile tuite Swahili version, Sheng Swahili version, na ni capture attention ya president, you know. Alafu was like nitaonekana kwa TV, alafu everything will be, niko naona sasa life yangu yeah, life yangu itachinjia tu hapa. Hata nilikuwa nimeanza kupanga zile vitu, like nikienda state house, vitu zile nitaambia president, like nataka unifanye hii na hii na hii na hii. Hata nilikuwa na a list of demands. After this moment, I had lived it kwa mind. I had visualized all the possible scenarios. You can never be too prepared. So the D-Day came, and we were called on stage. Something happened. Venye tumeitwa tu stage sasa, the people at KCC sasa, the crowd was rowdy, juu watu tu wamekaa tu. So from Generation Kenya there were two teams. There was a team yenye ilikuwa ifanye poem, na sasa kulikuwa sisi wa brand ya freestyle and traditional song. So initially ilikuwa team ya poem ndo ianze, alafu sasa ni sisi. So sijui kuliendaje kwa pinduliwa, sikakuwa ni sisi tunaanza. Players wajafika, there was sijui nini, alafu sasa ilikuwa sasa situation lazima afike kama watu wametulia, so tukaitwa tu perform ndo tutulize the situation, alafu sasa ndio wakuje. So hati yangu kwa mind yangu I was like nilikuwa naenda kuperformia praise, I forgot I was performing for the audience. Mind yangu all along was like I didn't want to impress the audience, I was to perform for the president. Yeah, and that's not good. I think even if audience alikuwa mtu mmoja, I think kama umeamua kuperform kitu, you should just perform it venye iko. Before niendelee na story, nimekumbuka tu my two encounters with Eko Dydda. The first time I encountered Eko Dydda alikuwa ameenda kuperform, tulikuwa tumeenda Thika, is it Thika? Thika Polytechnic, Thika Stadium or something. So there was a performance there. Yeah, wasanii wa gospel wakakuja. Yeah, sisi na kampuni yetu tulikuwa tumeenda hapo some market activation and all that. I remember Eko Dydda akikam kuperform. He had energy. He was full of energy, energy. Yeah, you know how Eko Dydda performs, full of energy. Yeah. Afu that stuck with me, and I've always been a fan of Eko Dydda. Yeah, tangu tuanze muziki yake. Then years later I went to a kesha. So nikaenda kesha, ilikuwa church fulani inaitwa Breakthrough Fellowship Center in Eldoret. So kesha imeisha, it was sasa New Year's Eve, kesha New Year's Eve. So kesha it's already done, and watu wameanza kwenda home, hata wameenda home. So Eko Dydda akakuja. I think alikuwa amedrive na familia yake all the way from, I don't know, was it from Western to Eldoret or from Nairobi to Eldoret? I can't remember the exact place alikuwa amedrive. Yeah, but alikuwa amedrive for long. So by the time anakuja kesha, kumetulia tu, watu wamebaki watu wachache tu, hata watu wengine wanagoja tu kukue daybreak waende home. So Eko Dydda akaenda kuperform. Something that impressed me about Eko Dydda was that mi nili expect sasa performance yake juu tuko watu karibu, we were less than 15 to 20 people kwa church at that moment. Alafu watu wamechoka, walimba usiku mzima, wamechoka, wamebeat. So expected Eko Dydda energy yake itaenda chini, maybe ata perform 1 2 3 songs alafu hivyo. The guy performed with energy. The guy, yani sijui unaweza kuexplainia aje, but the same way he performed kwa Thika in the stadium, Thika Polytechnic, sikumbuki poa vizuri, ilikuwa stadium ama Polytechnic. The same way he performed back then kwa crowds ya thousands and thousands of people kwa stage hivi, yani yeah, stage poa hiyo ya Thika. It's the same way aliperform pale kwa church in front of 20 people. He had the same energy. So hiyo kitu hadi leo imestick comment yangu, and I'm like, wow, this guy, this guy is just amazing. This guy is just amazing. And when I saw that Eko Dydda is running for office, and I ran for office of the MCA, yeah, I was like impressed, but still disappointed. I think Eko Dydda hata, okay, I should not go into politics, but I think Eko Dydda should even have gone for a higher seat based on my opinion. Ule mtu anaweza performia watu 20 the same way aliperformia watu thousands and thousands of people, and I'm sure pa kwa chacha haku alipwe ama hata akonge afanye nini, and disaster and all that. Huyo mse hata deserve CTMC, ana deserve kiti kubwa kabisa, but because Eko Dydda amechoose hiyo CTMCA, yeah, so hao watu wa hiyo area ya Mathare, yeah, Eko Dydda is the best person that you can vote in, yeah. I'm sure ata serve venye nyinyi mko wachache hivyo juu sasa MCA ni kawad ako kawad sasa. I'm sure atawaserve venye naweza serve hata angeserve constituency. Yeah, yeah. That's my opinion. Hmm? That's my opinion. So I was amazed. I was amazed. I've been in a situation whereby the performance of people ina change kulingana na ni watu wangapi. Yeah. If many people are there, mtu anakuwa hyped. If ni watu wachache, hata some people call off the performance. So I'm sure nani anaitwaje, Eko Dydda anaweza, hata kama ni MCA, yeah, ata give his best the same way anaweza ange serve people if he was an MP. Yeah. So back to the story. So venye Prezo alidire kukuja and all that, hati yangu ikaenda chini. Alafu the crowd was rowdy, yani the MC sijui hata alikuwa wapi. Nakumbuka tu nikisukumwa anza, I'm like, you know. So remember, I've never been in a big crowd before. So mimi tu nilianza tu. I went to straight to kwa mistari yangu. Pa! So the moment after sasa na tense juu kila mtu anaongea, kila mtu atakuwa mtu attention. So the moment tunamaliza mistari yangu tu hivi, ndio confidence yangu inakuja juu, but yeah, I don't know how I can explain it. My confidence ilikuja juu already when the curtains for my performance had come down ama had closed. So the traditional song ikachukulilia sasa, because the crowd was already silent when sasa the traditional song ilianza. Sasa kila mtu akaingia into the mood. Venye tu song iliisha, venye tu the song iliendelea, sasa the other freestylers wakakuja, they killed it. Alafu mimi was like, what, I wish naweza pata chance. Hata nilikuwa nataka after the song sasa nijaribu niende ni spit tena, but I was like, niliboeka tu. But everything is a learning process. So years later ndio nikaanza kujiuliza what could I have done better. So nikaona one thing that I could have done better ni, one, I didn't even introduce myself. I didn't even introduce my group. Unaona? Juu sasa niko najua MC atatu introduce, sasa ndio tuende tu perform. Yeah. So something that I could have done different is that I would have introduced I would have engaged the crowd. I would have requested the crowd to go silent, you know. Yeah. After sasa during your moment of introduction, you know, my tension ingeenda chini. I would not have rushed through the presentation or through the freestyle, because I remember your freestyle haikura start a minute. You know, I just rushed through, nilikuwa like nilienda tu mbio. Yeah. So that said, I would like to hear in the comment section, we would like to hear from in the comment section your first public speech iliendaje, how did it go. Yeah, how did it go. And I think with public speaking, it said that people fear public speaking more than death or something of that sort. I think the second most feared thing is public speaking, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So public speaking is something that is really feared, you know? Yeah, and it's something that is at times it's inevitable. There are those jobs that you just have to speak. There are gatherings that you have to when you go you'll just have to speak, you know? Yeah. You just have to speak. So I think it's best to be equipped, you know? It's better to be prepared. Yeah, because you never know when you'll be called upon to do a public to do a public talk or to give a speech in the public. And I think the best way is it's not just about the speaking, it's also about having some fallback plans, like how can you, like, maybe if you are addressing people and you get distracted, how can you handle it, you know? Yeah, recently when the Oscars were happening, we saw what happened. I think without Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, no one would have known that the the Oscars were happening. You know, so I think it's the slap that it make kila mtu ajue the Oscars were happening. Yeah. So like Chris Rock is an amazing public speaker. He's an amazing comedian. Amefanya hiyo the comedy amefanya for many years. Hata hiyo the Oscars I think amehost mara kadhaa. I think ya 2016 kuna yenye niliona 2016 alikuwa amehost, you know. But here comes a situation whereby it was not expected, and how he handled the situation, you know. Yeah, how he handled the situation. Nilikuwa nasoma comments za watu nini nini, naona he handled the situation well. Yeah, hata mimi niona he handled the situation well. So public speaking is not just about the speaking, it's also about the demeanor, you know. Yeah, it's also about the demeanor. So many things can go wrong when you are in front of people. So many things can go wrong in front of people, and I think having a joke or two handy to diffuse a situation is way better. Yeah, and also the ability to think on the spot and have a joke or two to diffuse the. I think laughter can diffuse anything. Laughter can diffuse anything. So that said, so let's head to PDF drive. Let's head to PDF drive. So and see which books that can help us on public speaking. Public speaking is a journey. Yeah, it's a journey. It's something that we can all improve on. Pia mimi I'm still working on my public speaking skills. So nilikuwa nimesearch books on public speaking. So nilikuwa nimesearch books on public speaking. So we have so many books. Like kuna this book TED Talks, the official TED guide to public speaking. Kuna hii book the Everything Public Speaking book, Deliver a Winning Presentation Every Time, Do's and Taboos of Public Speaking, How to Get Those Butterflies Flying In, Public Speaking Success in 20 Minutes a Day, Public Speaking Concept and Skills for a Diverse Society, Do You Talk Funny? 7 Comedy Habits to Become a Better and a Funny Public Speaker, Public Speaking Storytelling Techniques for Electrifying Presentations, Organization Assessment and Improvement in the Public Sector. Okay, hiyo ni tofauti kidogo. Okay, Stand Up, Speak Out, The Practice and Ethics of Public Speaking, Speaking of Speech, Fight the Fear, How to Beat Your Negative Mindset and sijui kama ndio public speaking, The Confident Speaker, Learn How to Speak Like the hiyo ni jina gani? Okay, public speaking success in 20 minutes a day, skill builders, you know. Yeah. So kuna books mingi za public speaking. Public speaking bundle, speak like Churchill and stand like Lincoln, sounds like a good book. I want to be a six-figure speaker. Hii ni wenye wataka kuventure into public speaking. 10 days to more confident public speaking. TED Talks, the official guide to public speaking. Confessions of a public speaker. Yeah, I read this book some time back. The author was talking about once you make a speech, there are three speeches: the one that you had in your mind, the one that you made, and the one that the media thinks, and the one that the media thinks that you made. Yeah, I remember reading this book, and the book was also talking about, it's not only about the speaking, it's also about the setup and everything. And if you're if you are to speak, I remember one time I was called to, my first time called upon to MC to a event, and I think a mistake that I did is that I never arrived in time. So the best thing that you can do as a public speaker, or if you know you'll be you'll have a speaking engagement, be the first person to arrive in that room. Even if it's in your office, you are to give a presentation, be the first person to arrive. Let the other people find you there. You remember when I was starting the video and I shared about how the students found me in class? Yeah. So it was I had an upper hand. Yeah. So I was adjusting story by story. So instead of going to a room alafu nakuta watu wamejazana hapo, it's good you arrive in time. Also, public speaking is also more about even preparation. Yeah. Yeah, there are those speeches that you can't win. There are those presentations that you can't win. Yeah. So you just have to be prepared. You just have to be prepared. Yeah, and mambo ikiumana, kuna huyu CS huyu ni wa health ama ni CS wa nani? Huyu mwenye alienda akasahau speech yake kwa gari. Alikuwa nani huyu mjamaa? This guy. I think he's a CS or something. Yeah, but he had a comeback. Also prepare a comeback. Yeah, sometimes things haziendangi. Unaweza enda pale kufanya presentation yako afu yeah, PowerPoint yako ndio hiyo imecrash. So first you need to know your speech or your presentation from A to Z. Such that hata ikiweza crash unajua nini utapresent. Alafu have a joke or two ya kusave face in case he crash, you know. Yeah, or in case something happens during your presentation. Then kuna hii messages, the communication skills book. So the six-figure speaker, confident public speaking. So there are several books on public speaking. Yeah, there are several books on public speaking. There are several books on public speaking. So share with us on the comment section which books which book you will pick on public speaking among the many books on PDF drive. And also you can share which book that you have read about public speaking that is really impactful. That is really impactful. Yeah. So thank you so much guys for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the video, and also share the video with other people. Thank you, guys.